financial news. Yes, we talk financial news 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I aim to do it between 7 and 7:30, with most days actually starting at 7:30 a.m. We do this live, no editing. I do read a bunch of articles, take a bunch of notes, and then share my thoughts with you. Again, I am focused on the consumer, real estate, investing, cost of capital, things of that nature. Before I get into the daily financial news, I just want to give you kind of insight into how powerful I think the 75-day challenge is. If you don't know, there's I don't know, a physical slash mental challenge out there called the 75-day hard or 75-day challenge. It's actually what I modeled my 75-day real estate challenge on, and you can find that playlist on this channel. I'm actually executing the 75-day challenge now. Today is day 10 for me, and it has changed a couple of daily habits that I gotten away from. And frankly, I am just happier every day. One of the big things I'm doing now is the first thing I'm doing after I take care of Jimbo. Jimbo is my dog, if you're new to the channel, who's very old, can't walk. And I basically need to take him everywhere these days. Near as we can tell, he's not in pain, but he's just frustrated. So yes, we are, or I should say, I'm on dad duty in the morning. So we were up again at, what time were we up today, Jimbo? I think we got up at 2:45 for a little bit, and then again at 4:15. That's what you do, right? You're for your little fur babies. But anyways, I've really changed my daily habits. I had gotten into a rut of frankly getting on social media and getting on news cycles too early. So the first thing I changed is I started reading first. So I read this book already, Your Gift, Your Passion, Your Purpose by Robert Bay. Pretty good read. Now I am reading Atomic Habits. And again, this is something right out of the 75-day challenge. For me, it gets my mind right. And just that little twist of reading, and I'm reading, it says read 10 pages. I'm reading 15 to 20 pages a day in the morning. It's the first thing I'm doing. I'm pouring positivity in my mind first, where for about 45 days, I was getting all negativity in my mind first, and it was just messing with me. I was just not the same person. I was tired. Negativity built up. I got frustrated, and I just, was frustrated. So I'm a huge fan of this challenge. If you need something to really shake yourself up, give it a shot. For most people, it's a scheduling problem because there's 2 workouts a day. Some people have problems with the water. It's a gallon a day. But man, I feel better every day. So I wanted to give that a quick shout out. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the news. But at the end of this, if you stay tuned to the end, I'm going to do an unboxing of something that I just got, so you can see it with me. I've opened the box, but I haven't looked yet. So we're going to look at it together. In addition to that, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been trying to put together a course around where financial freedom starts. How people should stop thinking price and think time. I've produced an original thing called the Financial Health Score. Talk about budgeting and actuals and all of those things. So that actually went live yesterday. Very proud of that. That is now a course I am already having people sign up for. It really is the foundation of financial freedom, is understanding where you're at, where you're going. So if you want, do me a favor, the link's below. Just check out the outline of the course, what I put there. Let me know what you think. It would be wonderful. So as we look at the day, the first thing that hit my radar is there was a 20-minute video done on, at least produced, or I saw it on CNBC, about why people are leaving California. This is a real problem now. This is going to affect California's budget. California's budget, again, if you don't know, California by itself, last time I checked, is the 6th largest economy in the world if it was standalone. So it's legit. Now people are leaving. The third largest net migration ever, and it was a negative 135,000 folks. But when you peel back that number, you are starting to see that the people that are leaving are the 1%. The 1% in California pays almost 50% of total tax receipts. Not good. So really what you're seeing is billionaires in tech leaving California for all the things you and I know, right? High taxes, right? The highest on record at 13.3. And oh, by the way, they want to take it to 16.7. Dumb. Cost of living. The fact that a 1950s single-story house in Palo Alto goes for over 2 mil, goes for over $1 million in Sunnyvale, this is just dumb, stupid. It's not right. And that's why if you don't make like 300 grand as a family, you really have no hope of buying a home here unless you're very early at a startup and you get some RSU or option money. It's bad. And then most of all, heavy regulation. And again, the only politician I name is Gavin Newsom because he is just so bad and he's a liar and all of these things and those things. And thank you for letting me. I got the date wrong on this. I will change it. Must have typed it in wrong on my phone. Thank you for that. So I will fix that once this is live. But again, heavy regulation and they're bringing more in. They're just making businesses leave. However, there was one line in that video that is important to me, and we've talked about it on this channel, and that is millennials. Millennials are going to be important, folks, as a group. If you are an investor, whether it's in stocks or real estate, you and I used to follow the baby boomers, right? Go back and look at the stock market and realize what was going on. When the baby boomers came back from the war, they were buying washers and dryers and houses and cars and things like that. So it was always about watching the baby boomers. Well, they've been surpassed. And a lot of folks haven't realized just how important that surpassing is. Millennials are now bigger and they are heading into their prime income years. I believe millennials are going to fundamentally reshape the real estate market. They are going to fundamentally change some cities. That's why when I was talking with Roofstock, and I think it was Nashville. If you don't know, there's a playlist on here. I think it's called Roofstock where we talk about different cities. And I believe at Nashville was the average age was like 33 or 32 in that video. I'm going from memory, so I might be off. That's important. That could be, frankly, one of the key pieces of information is where do the millennials want to go? Because what happens? We saw it with baby boomers. Where baby boomers went, they kind of brought friends with them. So many of us, if you're young enough to keep investing and you're kind of at that age, I think it's a good idea to kind of figure out where millennials are going. And why this was important in this California video is millennials don't want to come here. I have seen for 50 years the cycle of folks coming to California right after they get their college degree or they get their master's in computer science or whatever it is. We just kept rebuilding, right? The generations just kept coming. And this pandemic, this work from home, this technology, Zoom, Microsoft, Slack, all of those things, cost of living, the weather tax, it's probably not worth it. Millennials are choosing to go elsewhere. And why that's important for Bay Area is because if we lose that next generation, our housing prices are going to have a very slow and precipitous leak. It won't be a crash. It won't blow up like that Great Recession. But if you're a homeowner, you will feel it. And it's going to be interesting to watch. So that's something. A couple of other things I took from that is 2 out of 3 Bay Area employees, 66%, would leave California if they were given permission to work from home permanently. Folks, we got to go to where the puck is going, to use that Wayne Gretzky quote that's on that just showed up. Absolutely. Dropbox, Twitter, Facebook have already said employees can work from home forever. Who's next? Right? We haven't seen Apple do it yet. Apple's largest employer in Cupertino. Google, largest employer in Mountain View. it is going to be interesting to see who follows this. This is interesting. And again, if you're a real estate investor, I challenge you to think. You may never have, I certainly never have. Where are the millennials going? Going to be interesting. A couple other things just for fun. So I don't usually look at the Lotto, but hey, the Lotto hit $1 billion. That caught my attention. Yes, I went and bought a $2 ticket. Why not? You can't win if you don't play. For $1 billion, I'll waste $2. I did. I didn't win. Somebody in Michigan won. But man, can you imagine winning $1 billion in a second? I mean, I might have a heart attack. Crazy. Good for them. Let's see how long they keep it. Another thing I read about the stock market. The stock market is at crazy expensive levels. Price to earnings, valuation, things of that nature. That doesn't mean it can't go higher. It went higher in in 99 when I was turning $7,000 into 200 grand. But I think it's pretty clear we are going to have a market correction sometime this year. I'm going to put it on record. What is today, the 24th or something? We will have at least a 20% correction between now and August. Why not? Let's have some fun. We're going to have a 20% correction. And let's be clear, in the Dow and the S&P and NASDAQ, all three indexes, at least 20% between now and August. Let's see what happens. And then the last thing to talk about is, and again, this is kind of inspired by my just feeling better, feeling happier, having energy again because of the 75-day challenge. I want to remind you, we are nearly past this pandemic. You can go ahead and look at this and think about the things that are coming, right? We have 60 or 90 days until we start really seeing the light, right? The light's at the end. It's no longer a dot. It's getting bigger. But let's just say we have 90 days left. If that's the case, what are you doing in the next 90 days? And I have 4 topics for you. The first is health. Many of us, myself included, gained a little bit of weight this last year. We are tipping the scales at weights that maybe we haven't in a long, long time. So it's the end of January. And, most of us want to get out of here in the summer and you want to have your summer body. So what are you going to be doing now between now and the summer, right now in 90 days, to drop a few pounds, maybe 5, 10 pounds, whatever is right for you. So think about that, right? We are still a little cooped up, certainly if you're in California, but let's realize that the summer will be here before we know it. And if you want to have your summer body, the work starts now. That's number 1. Number 2, mindset. Throughout my life, I've done a pretty good job of being kind of 80% positive and 20% kind of realistic, right? I generally skewed that way. But the last 90 days or so, with Jimbo being really immobile and my sleep pattern being greatly disrupted, and then all this stuff going on in the world, I got to a place where I was just not happy. So watch your mindset. Where are you today? What can you do to improve it? And for me, I can't tell you how much better I am just reading something positive to start the day. It's crazy just how much better it is. But again, watch it. Ask yourself where it is. For me, also, it's limiting my time on Facebook. It's just toxic. So for me, it's pretty much our private Facebook group for real estate, and that's about it, right? If I could delete my individual account and keep my business account, I would, but you can't do that. So you have to have a personal to have a business. Oh, well. Next is finance. How are you doing, right? Do you have a budget? If you don't have a budget, why not? I just released that course yesterday where we talk about freedom dollars, financial health score. I give you a yearly budget where you can track your costs and actuals and all of those things. These are things that you need to, I really think it's where financial freedom starts. If you've read my book, you know my journey starts at 30, but there's some subtle things in that book that's right behind me. We took our expenses from spending 100% of our income to spending 50% over several years. And it was that sacrifice, that savings, that lack of consumerism that made the difference as we got ready and grew. And that's frankly why we had money to deploy in 2010 when all the opportunities were out there. So again, what are you doing on your finances? And then finally, if you're watching this channel, real estate investing is what I'll likely be known for when I go in 50 or 60 years. Why haven't you taken the course? You got to do the work. You got to do these things, right? So the link's below. And if you do join that, let's join the course as well. So again, lots of things: health, mindset, finances, and if you're interested in being a better real estate investor, do the work, take the course, get after it. So that's what I got for you today. So now let's do the unboxing I told you about. So I don't even know, because I don't talk about this a lot. I have a couple of merchandise things. Oh, I guess you guys can't see it. So I'm working out a lot more, right? 75-day hard challenge. So I work out. It's cold. I like hoodies. Sorry. So I created a hoodie that says, can you see that? Do the work. And you notice the logo is different. The old house logo had a plus in it. My daughter turned it into a 1. Do the work. And of course it has my website on the back. One rental at a time. Again, I got these selfishly for me because what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be working out every day in this. Do the work. So anyways, I like it. It's fun. It comes in 2 colors, I think, white and black. Yeah, I like it. So that's what I'm going to be using it for. I got 3 of them. So yeah, that's what I'll be working in the rest of the time. In the end, have a great day. Have fun. It's Sunday. It's sunny where you are. It's raining where I am. But in the end, have a wonderful day. We will again do this tomorrow at 7:30. I'm going to be doing my goals and community videos here shortly. Have a great day. Bye-bye.